I tried a stupid internet challenge, and I regret it. Growing up in the 2010s meant that the internet was my playground. As a teen, I was drawn to the darker corners of the web, engrossed in creepypastas, strange tales, and most of all, the eerie world of paranormal YouTube. My days were filled with videos of ghost hunts and viral challenge attempts based on spooky internet myths. Though I never truly believed in them, the thrill of the unknown kept me hooked, albeit from a safe distance. I never dared to try any of the challenges myself. The fear of what if lingered too closely. Years passed, and my fascination with the supernatural waned as adulthood took over. Now living in a rural town, far removed from the bustling city life, I found peace in the quiet that surrounded me. Yet, an unexpected work trip to a city hotel would reignite my dormant fears and curiosity in the most chilling of ways. During my stay, I stumbled upon a memory of an old internet challenge, the elevator game. It was a ritual said to transport you to another dimension, provided you followed a specific set of instructions within a building of at least 10 floors. Driven by a mix of nostalgia and a need to appease my inner child's curiosity, I decided to partake in this game during the dead of night, hoping the late hour would spare me any interruptions. The challenge began innocuously enough, with me pressing the elevator buttons in the prescribed sequence. Yet, as the game progressed, a palpable sense of unease grew within me. According to the rules, I was to encounter a woman on the 5th floor, a woman you must never speak to or even acknowledge. Though I saw no one at first, a woman did hurriedly enter the elevator just as the doors were closing. Dressed inappropriately for the season, she had an air of being out of place, out of time. Despite my efforts to avoid her gaze, the briefest of glances was exchanged. The ritual instructed that looking at her could have dire consequences, but in that moment, all rules escaped me. The game concluded with me failing to reach the supposed other dimension, leaving the elevator and the woman behind as I retreated to my room, shaken, but determined to forget the night's events. However, the encounter marked the beginning of a nightmare. Upon returning home, an inexplicable dread began to overshadow my nights, culminating in a terrifying realization 1 week later. Awakened in the early hours, the unmistakable sound of breathing that was not my own filled my room. Paralyzed with fear, I eventually discovered the source. A woman hiding under my bed, her eyes meeting mine in a chilling gaze that pierced my soul. In a panic, I fled my home, seeking refuge with my family. Yet the haunting has not ceased. The police found no evidence of her presence, and yet the feeling of being watched, of being followed, has not left me. The dread returns each night, a reminder of the game I wish I'd never played. Now, I'm contemplating a return to the hotel, a desperate attempt to rid myself of this curse by completing the ritual once more. But as the nights grow longer and her presence ever closer, I fear that whatever I've unleashed may not be so easily undone. The thought of her breathing haunts me, a constant reminder of the game's final warning. Once you've seen her, returning to your own reality might no longer be an option. Follow for part 2.